Good morning from Santa Barbara. Spill the tea with D&E. Morning, morning.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I love it. What are you drinking today?
My favorite, Earl Grey.
Earl Grey. I got PG Tips, lemon and honey.
We're on our favorite comfort teas.
That's it. I love my PG Tips.
Today we're going to have a more, philosophical conversation. We're not going to talk about politics or money or technology. We're going to talk about something even more powerful.
Consciousness.
Yes.
I like it.
So you could say a higher consciousness is that quiet revolution that changes everything.
Right. I mean, because we've talked on this podcast about everything from food to health to fraud to privacy, education, and of course freedom. But every one of those topics has one thing in common.
Consciousness. What is the greatest revolution in human history that doesn't begin in Washington, Silicon Valley, or Wall Street, right?
Yep.
This begins inside of each one of us.
So the question is humanity changing?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the world is becoming more divided. You've got really loud headlines and people seem, quicker to anger.
Yeah.
Social media rewards people being outraged about things, right? But there's another possibility. Maybe what we're witnessing isn't a collapse of society. Maybe we're finally seeing problems that have existed for a really long time, but they were hidden. And now they're just coming to the surface so we can address them. Because sometimes growth looks, a little messy before it becomes beautiful.
Yeah. Compassion is strength, right? Real compassion isn't weakness. It's just not. It doesn't mean agreeing with everybody, because why? You shouldn't want to do it that way. You don't want to pretend something and feel something and then just go along with the herd.
No.
You don't want to make people. You shouldn't be afraid of speaking your mind.
Right.
So, and I think that's an elevated consciousness as well, because you have an opinion, you have a right to that opinion.
Absolutely.
If you're in a room with 10 people and 9 people don't agree with me, I don't care. Because I honestly, after everything that I've gone through and everything I've experienced, it's just like, I don't care what somebody says about me. I don't.
But you're willing to have conversations on the things that matter.
I will, because I ask questions, and it's just not, I'm just not going to, not being a TV watcher, I'm just not going to parrot, the
sound bites
that just have gone through the airwaves and all of the media platforms. And then, what I saw the other day? It was so hysterical. So this guy was taking water out of a hose, okay, and he put it in a really pretty cup. And then he was explaining to people, this is the new water, okay? It's like $10 a bottle, and it's the best water on the planet. Do you know that every single person that went by and who's describing this water was like it's the best water they've ever... They were just programmed.
Right.
It was just crazy.
Well, that's a sales thing.
It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, not one person of all these people that I watched said, no, this tastes like out of a hose.
I mean, do they not remember the taste as a kid
I don't get
of
it,
the water out of a hose?
It just showed filling all these water bottles up with this fake water just because the packaging. And that's just how people have to understand. They put things in pretty glass bottles or beautiful packaging and everything, and you're looking at the packaging and you're not looking at the inside. And this is just kind of like how people view people. You're looking at the packaging, but you're not looking at the inside of the person, the heart of the person, the intent of the person.
We want to greet people with our authentic self and make room for them to express their authentic self. So imagine if we pause before reacting, and if we, as you say, ask questions before making assumptions.
Yeah.
And then kindness would become contagious. Yep. And that doesn't mean that we're abandoning truth. It actually means that we're delivering truth with wisdom and humanity.
Yeah.
So how about letting go of what no longer serves us?
That's nice. I don't know if people, I guess they get dopamine hit by just getting triggered by stuff. When you get triggered, you get a dopamine hit. You know that, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people, like Louise Hayes, there's a lot of alternative health people who suggest that when we're carrying all these old habits, these old fears and beliefs and resentments, that contributes to chronic illnesses.
Well, it could be stuck in your DNA too. That's
Yeah.
a deeper topic, but I mean, it does create panic when you get scared. You get, you know,
our limbic brain's trying to protect us.
Right. So that's the question. I mean, who do we become when they arrive? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to? I'd rather try to take the wisdom train. Okay, because at least I can look back, and if I think through things, then I get a perspective of it.
Yeah.
So and then I can make better decisions.
Growth asks us to let go of what no longer serves our highest purpose. So it may have been something that worked well for us when we were a kid or when we were a teenager or in our 20s. But now we realize, oh, this old habit doesn't serve me any longer, and I need to let it go. And sometimes the heaviest baggage we carry is the stories that we keep telling ourselves about ourselves.
So it's important that you go through this process, because healing ourselves doesn't make us selfish. Okay?
No.
It makes us a healthier person, a healthier parent, a healthier friend, a stronger leader.
It makes it possible to respond instead of react. When we react, we're really just coming from the limbic brain, which is the oldest part of the brain, right? It's the reptilian brain.
Fear, though, Dee.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And so it's based on a replay of the past.
Yep.
It's not taking in all that new information.
Yeah.
So we're not even in our neocortex.
Yep.
When we react, we're in the fight, flight, freeze. We're in that part of the brain, right?
Right.
But when we respond is responsibility. We have the ability to adapt to new information.
Yep. I don't know. I say when people get like that around me, I mean, you do one of two things. Either make sandwiches for the unhoused, okay? Help a neighbor, plant something, smile at a stranger. You have to switch the direction, switch your course.
I like that.
You're getting in a program, you're running a wheel. It's like the hamster, right, on the wheel, and you're going around and around and around. You need to, redirect.
When you
yourself.
recognize that,
right.
You come back into the neocortex,
Yes,
and you find your
redirect it.
peace.
Right. Help it, like I said, help a neighbor. Do something.
Yeah.
So.
And I think we definitely need to trust our inner compass. Because our inner compass is one of the greatest gifts we possess, our intuition.
Yeah.
This is the quiet knowing. It's the gentle nudge. It's the feeling that might say, something isn't right, Yes. Or it might be going, hey, take this path, Developing our intuition doesn't mean believing everything that we hear. It means learning discernment. So we have to question, we have to research, we have to observe, we have to listen, and then you relook at it all again, right? And we decide for ourselves.
Yes.
Because the strongest mind remains both open and thoughtful.
All true. We got a shout about a week ago, and it was like they wanted us to know that they shared their podcast with somebody that they thought could use the information. And that is the most beautiful thing. Thank you. Because a lot of times that person who did that was, on an elevated consciousness, knowing that they would not be the right deliverer.
Messenger, maybe.
Yes.
But maybe if it comes from somebody else, the person who needs to hear the message might be able to hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was really well. So we appreciate. So for the homework, please subscribe, share today's episode with a friend. Every listen and every share helps more people discover Spill the Tea with Deanie. We really appreciate it. The support, this podcast, we give everything to the nonprofit Santa Barbara Wellness Center. So if you'd like to support that, it's sbwellness.org. It's really good. It helps kids. It's all about supplying them the information that the next generation can use, and any generation can actually.
Yes, helping community.
Exactly. It just helps grow and create community. So
And please know that when we heal ourselves, we are helping the world.
So practice for yourself an intentional act of compassion every day.
Yes.
Take 3 seconds before you react. That's what I do. I'm like, oh, something triggered me. My kids triggered me this last week. And,
breathe and climb back into that neocortex.
I still got emotional laughter, but then in a way,
That's okay.
that was
Washy.
That was part of the process, which was a good thing. So it kind of took, 'cause I knew where it was stemming from, and I had to unpack all of that. So that was good for me. But maybe, again, think about doing the journaling, okay? And find one meaningful way to care for your community or the environment, or
smile at a stranger. I love doing that.
I know. Plant a tomato plant.
Yay.
Just do something like that. And I'm telling you, you do something like that on a daily basis, you will see yourself. You won't recognize yourself in the mirror. You just won't.
Every small act of goodness sends ripples out.
It does.
Further than we can imagine.
It's all true. So anyway, again, thank you for everything. We so appreciate the uptick in the listens. And you'll be finding us very soon on Locals.
Yes.
Under
The Hungry Hub.
The Hungry Hub. And that's going to be within this next week or two. So we appreciate everything. And that's it for today. So bye for now.